you know, you guys, I don't know what you're up to, but you're going to get me so nostalgic about bodybuilding. I mean, when your entire life, since you were 10 years old, and you just started with the confusion and the wonderment and the can I build my body? But when you start off with real confusion about the body and building it, and you know, and you live all these years, you meet all these guys, and I get like I got. There I go back to my emails, but that's what I respond to. I get those emails, and guys want to know how well did I know Jack LaLanne. Now, as I tell you, fellas, I don't hang out with these guys, but I know them well. I know them well because we have, now the difference with Jack was a fitness marvel. He wasn't a body, he trained. I mean, he trained, but he was a bodybuilder, but not the kind looking to build as big of muscles as he can. He was a fitness man that did incredible feats, like towing boats and planes and things, you know, with his body. And I mean, the nice, and you know, and the no juice. You mentioned juice to Jack LaLanne, you better run, you know. And Jack is an example, a real example of a man that really was dedicated to fitness. But he was dedicated to fitness in a different, he'll have devised all kinds of ways. He had a TV show and long-running TV show. He devised all kinds of ways to do exercise even without weights, using chairs and push-ups and sit-ups and so forth and so on. But the point is, what a terrific guy. You know, I every time I think, every time I bumped into Jack and all the functions and things, he was such a full of energy, man, when he was in his late 80s. He died in 93, 94 of an infection. But you know, I tell you one thing, I keep hate to say it, but you're going to find these youth boys approaching, not even approaching the 90s. But he was such a terrific, and you know, only different thing I find with Jack though, Jack was a little more into vegetables than me. I eat the vegetables, but Jack was a vegetable, I mean, freak, mixing up in his juices and all that. But he got the protein. He was well aware of protein, but he was more focused on the green foods, the raw foods. But I just wanted to say, and his exercises were very, very, what do you call that, circuit training type of thing. But he maintained the heavy weight. He knew weights were very important for strength. I mean, he's an icon. He's a guy that I'm so proud. You know one thing, my friends? That's why I sit back here with it. You say, he's old school. I feel so good that I grew up enjoying and learning and sucking up the real value of these guys, the real drive, the way they live, the way it's just like, see, a lot of you guys look at Jack LaLanne, he doesn't, when I hear Jack LaLanne, I get stimulated, you know. I said, oh, Jack, you know. And, you know, Jack also, he wasn't a teetotaler, you know. I mean, Jack didn't mind getting his little drink here and there, but I mean, nothing like, you know. But he was one of these guys that was crazy. That's what I liked about it. He was into nutrition, but he wasn't one of these guys, I never saw him smoke, never heard of him smoking. But I know that when we go out, and I've went a number of times to eat, Jack didn't mind a little cocktail. Beautiful human being. It makes me feel so, it enhances my life to know that I knew the man. You know, that's the thing. And he was so enthused, what a open, beautiful human being he was. And he exercise, fitness, and nutrition was his entire life. You know, so when I look back and I see these guys getting on YouTube and acting like they're the cats meow, it gets to me a little, you know, because I mean, I don't know, it shouldn't, but I guess it does because my backside, I'm an expert in bodybuilding. I'm an expert. I've been there and say, no, you can't tell me anything about bodybuilding. Nothing. Not one of those guys can tell me one thing at all about bodybuilding. Nothing. Because they don't know. And I say that only because when I think and I get my emails, and you know what fascinating me more than ever? I'm getting emails from guys who want to know about guys that way before they were born. And I'm saying to myself, what is it? They're longing for something real. And I tell you, I'm the realest thing you're going to get right now. I'll tell you that. Because I'm not here to snow job you, to sell you anything. I'll tell you what works from experience, not from just jabbing off at the mouth to have something to say. See, and when I tell you something, my friends, I want you to know, it's not something I heard or read. It's something I know. To be, okay, to be continued.